Who will be the Mahayuti's choice for the Chief Minister of Maharashtra remains the central question following their landslide victory. With the BJP securing 132 out of 148 seats it contested, it seems poised to make a final decision. On the 24th of November 2024, the Election Commission officially notified the elected candidates to the Governor of Maharashtra, but government formation might take some time. Discussions are ongoing regarding the selection process, with the decision expected only after an input from the BJP's appointed central observer. Many within the BJP advocate Devendra Fadnavis for the post of Chief Minister. On the other hand, key figures from the Shiv Sena support Eknath Shinde for the role. Maharashtra's Deputy Chief Minister Ajit Pawar has clarified that there is no predetermined formula for selecting the Chief Minister, emphasizing that the decision will be a collective one among Mahayuti allies. He also noted that the Mahayuti's overwhelming win has left the opposition Mahavikas Aghadi without the numbers to claim the leader of the opposition position. Who will be the Mahayuti's choice for the post of Chief Minister remains the central question following their landslide victory. With the BJP securing 132 out of the 148 seats that it contested, it seems poised to make the final decision.
Deliberations and discussions on chief ministerial phase continuing in the state of Maharashtra. A decision has not been reached. Is it going to be Devendra Fadnavis or Eknath Shinde? That question remains. Multiple meetings have taken place, but individual party meetings. Yesterday, Eknath Shinde selected as the legislative party head of Sena, Ajit Pawar as the legislative party head of NCP, and Devendra Fadnavis will also be selected as the party head of BJP in a day or two. But Mahayuti leaders will be sitting together to decide on the CM phase. We're hearing that there will be a meeting with Amit Shah either today or tomorrow with the Mahayuti leaders to sort of come to a consensus on chief ministerial phase. Both Devendra Fadnavis and Eknath Shinde enjoy a lot of clout, influence and goodwill among people of BJP as well as Sena and among the people of Maharashtra. We know for a fact that Devendra Fadnavis is a mass leader. He is a chief strategist as far as Maharashtra BJP is concerned. Somebody who's also known as a troubleshooter and has an excellent track record as far as the administrative skills are concerned. As far as Eknath Shinde is concerned, he is a grassroots level leader, enjoys a lot of influence in both urban as well as rural Maharashtra, and a pro-Maratha face. So there is a pro-Maratha sentiment as far as Eknath Shinde is concerned, and also known as a bold leader. But when it comes to schemes, although it was considered as Eknath Shinde Chief Minister's Ladki Behan scheme, a lot of contribution by BJP's Devendra Fadnavis as well as far as the implementation of schemes are concerned. So be it Ladki Behan or any other schemes that have been launched in Maharashtra, the credit goes to not just Eknath Shinde but also to Devendra Fadnavis. So at this point, we'll have to really wait and see what are the decisions that will be taken. Will there be any sort of arrangement on rotational chief ministership? Not entirely certain, but we know for a fact that BJP is just a few numbers short of government formation, in the sense that they just need just about 10 to 15 more for that absolute majority. So therefore they could just depend on one party and not both the parties to form the government. They could just depend on Ajit Pawar party MLAs to form the government, and if things gets worse, of course I'm talking about extreme scenarios whereby Eknath Shinde is adamant and BJP doesn't want him to be the CM. In that case, there is a possibility that BJP could just tie with Ajit Pawar, but that is not likely to happen is what we are hearing. So therefore Shinde at this point may not have that kind of bargaining power at this point. So yes, more meetings to continue. Ajit Pawar, we're hearing, is supporting chief ministership of Devendra Fadnavis. Things will become clearer in a day or two, and after which, of course, oath-taking ceremony will take place perhaps this week.
All right, so who's going to be the next Chief Minister of Maharashtra? Joining us now, Shaina NC, Senior Leader of the Shiv Sena Shinde, and Niranjan Shetty, Senior Leader of the BJP. Thank you both very much for being with us.
Thank you.
Wouldn't it be interesting for our viewers if the two of you started fighting with each other on this program on who's going to be the next Chief Minister? But since I suppose you won't, let me ask Shaina the first question. Shaina, why do you believe that the Shiv Sena Shinde, or the Shiv Sena itself, should have Mr. Eknath Shinde continue as Chief Minister?
So, for starters, let me please say, Vishnu, that whether it's Eknath Shinde ji, Devendra Fadnavis ji, or Ajit Pawar ji, there has been a great synergy between all three leaders as the Mahayuti, and the only agenda has been to make sure Maharashtra is on the track to progress and path to progress. There is no question of one-upmanship or wanting only lust for power. Unlike the Mahavinash Aghadi, which chose to throw its ideology into the dustbin and chose to only have this kind of an agenda, which was a false narrative, making sure that, you just see that you are the chief minister at any cost, throwing the ideology of Adanya Hindu Hriday Samrat Balasaheb Thackeray. The fact is that in the current scenario, you have a mandate which is unprecedented. But obviously, Eknath Shinde ji, as Chief Minister of Maharashtra, was the one leading the show from the Lok Sabha elections up until now, till the Assembly elections. And we have seen the Ladki Behna Yojana of the Honorable Chief Minister being an absolute success. Having said that, we have always maintained that it is the decision of the Mahayuti leadership that will take a decision on the formation of the government, and of course, in the days to come, how one should proceed, and proceed in the interest of the people of Maharashtra being paramount. So, yes, every political party is entitled to its own leader, the aspiration of the cadre that its own leader should become the chief minister of the state. And in this case, Eknath Shinde ji, as a mass leader on ground, has done incredible work, which is known to one and all. And he's pretty much been the captain of the ship and the captain of the match from the Lok Sabha elections up until the Assembly elections. Okay. So that being the thought process, this is not at all about one-upmanship, but this is about what the facts are on ground.
All right. Niranjan ji, how would you respond to those who say that Ajit Pawar, the third partner in the alliance, actually holds the key, that there would be a, depending on where Mr. Ajit Pawar feels, or in a sense votes, that's where the chief ministership would lie, and there are indicators that perhaps he may back Devendra Fadnavis. Is that what you're hearing as well?
I think these are all the Vishnu, these are all the media group-ups, and basically what I have seen early in the morning, that categorically Mr. Ajit Pawar himself has spoken to the media that they will discuss and sit. And today, as we all know, that Amit Shah ji has called our all the three leaders, Devendra ji, Eknath Shinde ji, and Ajit Pawar ji. So basically, all this discussion, as Shaina ji said, will be discussed along with these leaders, and it will be a very fruitful meeting. And thereafter, they will come out with a consensus, and probably by late night or early in the morning, we might hear a good news that the Mahayuti CM will be declared by tomorrow, probably around 12 p.m. in the morning.
By tomorrow afternoon, you're saying, or perhaps even later tonight? Niranjan ji, did you say that there would be a name which would be announced? When will the name be announced?
Sorry?
When will the name be announced? Did you say 12 p.m. tomorrow?
I said today, let the meeting get, let it be held first, and thereafter I said probably there's a lot of time over there, but what I have the sources, from the sources, I can just assure you, but tomorrow by probably around 12 p.m., you might hear a good news from us, from all the three leaders. And basically, I think let's not come to any conclusion right now. There's no infighting between any of our party leaders. And as Shaina ji said, for us, the priority was to, defeat this Mahavinash Aghadi, and that we have done. And we are just few hours away that, the Maharashtra state will get its a good and efficient leader who will, lead the Maharashtra for the progress and the development.
So, Niranjan ji, given the fact that the BJP has done extremely well in Maharashtra this time, wouldn't it be difficult for even leaders like you to tell your party cadre that, look, somebody other than Devendra Fadnavis might be what the coalition wants? Assuming that I am correct, Assuming that I'm correct, doesn't it mean that therefore, as far as the BJP is concerned, there is no alternative but Devendra Fadnavis?
No, see, it's not like that. There are many alternatives in various parties. But yes, of course, Devendra is one among them who's very natural leader, and he's a mass leader by now, and everyone knows. Even China ji would agree for that, because the way he has tackled Sharad Pawar, or for that matter Uddhav Thackeray, and the way how he teamed up with Eknath ji and Ajit Pawar, and thereafter he went to the polls. And all these yojnas or strategies was been planned well in advance, and Devendra is known to, a well organizer and a planner. So basically, in our party itself, of course, we would like to see Devendra ji, and he has proved his potential during his 5 years tenure. If you ask a common man, if you ask a businessman, they will name Devendra Fadnavis as he should lead. And just in the morning, I spoke to some of my association members. They were saying, yes, we want Devendra Fadnavis to see as a CM here once again. But of course, that is my request as a BJP member or a BJP party worker. They can have their own, but I'll assure you that all three leaders will sit together and come to a good decision, and probably by tomorrow morning we will get a good news.
Shaina, could there be a split chief ministership for the duration of this government?
I'm sure there are lots of different possibilities, because Vishnu, let's not forget that Eknath Shinde ji, as the chief minister in the past 2.5 years, has done phenomenally well for the state. And the contribution of the Shiv Sena to the Lok Sabha elections, as has been for the assembly elections. Like when you have a cricket match, you have one captain who leads the team. And of course, you may have a man of the match also. But the point is that it is by consensus that the team decides who should go ahead and lead. And I would only want to say that Eknath Shinde ji is a common man's chief minister. He is a mass leader. He has worked tirelessly on ground, which we have all seen, whether it's the Ladki Behna Yojana, which has been an absolute success, which has percolated down to 2.5 crore homes of women who have voted very seriously for us, where they have got 7,500 rupees directly in their bank account. So I feel that you have to view this in totality. Let the Mahayuti leadership sit and decide with all three leaders. As I said, the difference between the Mahavinash Aghadi and the Mahayuti is this, that the Mahavinash Aghadi would not even compromise on anything. It's only for lust for power and for the seat of the chief minister. They compromised on their principles and their ideologies of Adarnya Hindu Hridayat Samrat Balasaheb Thackeray, as opposed to us, who have only worked for the interest of the people of Maharashtra and to make sure that Maharashtra becomes the #1 state all over again. Whether you look at the infrastructure projects that Eknath Shinde, Devendra Fadnavis and Ajit Pawar worked on, it could be the metro, the Trans-Harbour Link, the coastal road, the Atal Setu, the list is endless. And on the opposite side, you only had a destructive politics, which was stall the bullet train, stall the refinery, stall the Dharavi project, stall. So that's the difference. And when it comes to government formation, we know it's the leadership that decides and the cadre that just adheres. Yes, but everyone can have their own expectations and their desires. And I'm sure that the cadre of the Shiv Sena is as entitled as the cadre of the BJP to want their chief minister to be continuing.
That's an important statement. So, Niranjan ji, last word to you. Could there be a split chief ministership, or do you believe the formula of one chief minister and two deputy chief ministers is something that's worked and needs to keep working? Whoever the person selected is.
Sorry, come back again.
No, I'm saying, does the formula of a chief minister and two deputy chief ministers work, or how do you actually see it?
Eyebrows correct.
I'm actually, Vishnu, I'm too small to comment on that. Basically, whatever the formula would be there, it will be in the larger interest of the state of Maharashtra. Yes, of course, that worked. Of course, the previous government run that way, and there's no harm to keep in that continuity of the same. Everybody, their leaders like NCP, Shiv Sena or BJP, when Devendra Fadnavis was the past CM, he was a former CM. In spite of that, he accepted the deputy responsibility, and he carried that shouldered in a very perfect manner. And thereafter we can see that there is no, see basically even through your channel I would like to say there will be so many people trying to, get into that. Then like Uddhav Thackeray ji said, would Eknath ji Shinde would work under Devendra Fadnavis. What Uddhav Thackeray ji should understand that Eknath ji Shinde had worked under the leadership of Devendra Fadnavis in the past. So there is no question of that. And basically, whatever it is within our Mahayuti, we will discuss it and we'll come back.
Right.
And I don't think so there is any kind of dispute amongst us. So whatever the state political parties and our national Narendra Modi ji and Amit Shah ji will decide, all three will agree
All
for
right.
that, and we will take the state to the with a proper create a proper infrastructure and a development.
Right. Well,
in the near
both of you sounding like diplomats on this program, asserting your point very delicately and not lost to anybody at the same time, and yet being conciliatory at the same time. We'll see what happens. Niranjan ji, I'll hold you to it. 12 p.m. tomorrow. And we'll see one way or the other what's going to happen.
But
thank you
Vishnu,
both.
I think the tagline should be that every decision is taken in the interest of the people of Maharashtra and for the progress of Maharashtra.
Absolutely.
That being the fundamental cause and the
Well, that's
not the
something that
lust
both of you,
power
I'm sure,
or just
agree on. I
the
think
interest.
everybody agrees on
So
it.
5 years of the development, you will see a lot of changes. Metros on the this thing, on the track, coastal road on the track, all infrastructure on the track.
Okay.
Now our next
Let's
next
get the
target
Chief
is
Minister on the track as well. Thank you both very much for being with us.
Thank you.
We delved a little deeply onto this as well and spoke to others, including Ramdas Athawale. Listen in.
आज जो मीटिंग हुई आपने भेंट की उसमें क्या बात हुई आपकी पार्टी में?
हमारी बात ये हुई कि भाई मतलब जल्दी मंत्रिमंडल होना चाहिए, मुख्यमंत्री पद के चेहरे पर आम सहमति जल्दी होनी चाहिए। उन्होंने बताया कि भाई अभी तक निर्णय नहीं हुआ है, हमारे ऊपर के नेता लोग इसके संबंध में हमारे दिनों से बातचीत करेंगे और सभी लोगों के मतलब मन से मतलब यहाँ नाम निश्चित होगा। लेकिन दिखता है कि बीजेपी को 132 सीटें मिली है। अजित पवार जी ने भी मतलब 41 सीटों का उनको सपोर्ट भी दिया है देवेंद्र फडणवीस जी को। तो लगता है कि भाई देवेंद्र फडणवीस जी हो सकते हैं, लेकिन एकनाथ शिंदे जी का भी बहुत अच्छा काम रहा है, उनको भी कोई जिम्मेदारी देने की आवश्यकता है। अगर देवेंद्र फडणवीस का नाम तय होता है तो एकनाथ शिंदे जी को केंद्र के मंत्रिमंडल में उनको अच्छा मंत्री पद मिलना चाहिए। इसी तरह की मेरी सूचना है, उनका सम्मान होना ही चाहिए।
आप लोगों की कोई मांग है मंत्रिमंडल को लेकर?
हाँ, तो हमारी मांग है कि भाई रिपब्लिकन पार्टी को एक मंत्री पद देने का वादा इसके पहले हुआ था, हमको ज़्यादा सीटें नहीं मिली थी विधानसभा में, तो RPI को एक मंत्री पद और एक MLC देने का वादा किया था। तो उस पर देवेंद्र जी ने बोला है कि इस मंत्रिमंडल में RPI को जगह मिलेगी और RPI का मंत्री बनेगा।
Joining with me, senior leader of NCP, Praful Patel. Sir, thank you so much for speaking to us after the bumper victory in the state of Maharashtra. Now, can you put a pause on all those speculations that are going on the rounds about the Chief Minister's face not being decided amongst the three alliance partners?
See, we have comprehensively won Maharashtra as the NDA Mahayuti, and there is no difference between the three parties. We worked excellently. We had a little setback in the Lok Sabha for various other reasons, but this time all the three parties, all the workers worked with each other hand in hand, and we won the elections. We won the confidence of the people of Maharashtra, and this is a spectacular victory, unprecedented. That's why it puts much more responsibility on us to behave and act responsibly. I don't see any problem. The issue of formation of government will be resolved in the next few days.
Sir, Prime Minister today also spoke and attacked the Congress party specifically. They stated that a lot of the Congress leaders, the senior leaders, do not give opportunities to the new young MPs inside this country.
Well, now, I have not heard the speech, so I don't want to say that. But I can also tell you, as a Congress party, in Maharashtra, at least I have seen, it has self-imploded because, they just don't have the right leadership. They don't know the pulse of the people, and they are living in some kind of a la-la land and believing that, they were leading the pack to form the government. In fact, कौन बनेगा मुख्यमंत्री ये फॉर्मूला हमारे लिए नहीं था, उनके लिए था जो काल्पनिक चुनाव अभी हुआ नहीं था। चुनाव के पहले ही उन्होंने अपने मुख्यमंत्री की बंदरबाट शुरू कर दी थी। तो ये तो हास्यास्पद बात है। वक्त और बताएगा कि ये और कहाँ जाएंगे।
फॉर्मूला विल बी द सेम, वन चीफ मिनिस्टर।
हमारे सरकार जो आज है उसमें एक मुख्यमंत्री, 2 उप मुख्यमंत्री हैं, तो स्वाभाविक है कि 3 पार्टी होने से ये फॉर्मूला लगभग हमारा आगे भी कायम रहेगा।